Quick morning video. Take a look at the Microsoft window. Can you see the fine line that comes over here? Stained to the right of the window. So we've got four windows telling us what? And they're rectangular windows because when you're writing on square paper, sorry, this is not square paper. This is square paper. And these are telling us perfect angles of 45 degrees and 90. You see 180. Okay, 180 is just really a straight line. 90 is when we break this down over here, but you have to create one straight line, two straight lines to find your 190. You're in between your 90s, your 45. January is 90. So you need to join 90 with 45 and you create the number 7. So I always look at it, the splitting of the 7th gate. Now, my question is, where do we put our circle? Where do we put our squares? Where do we divide? These are our obligations. Here's our window, 4 windows. Are we going in through 4 windows and coming out to 1? Are we going through 4 windows and coming out to 1? And as you can see in window number 1, we have this area cut off over here, this angle. So we have the point on this side, the point on this side. But as you can see, this area, okay, is either a distant walkway that we cannot see, or we need a third window. But the third window would most likely have to be on this angle. So it's almost like a projector onto the planet. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus, also working with the Rodin's coil in this design, or the obligation Rodin's coil in this design. In this design over here, if you notice, I went 2 by 1. Then I went on the angle over here and over here. Then there's thickness. You see the way this drops here, and it shows thickness running through this area. Here is 2 by 1 telling me I'm inside a 45-degree angle over here. And that will split the box. That splits the 4 areas of my window, in which my window now can be rectangular on each side, just like the Microsoft window. And here's my one window here, my one window here, my one window here, my one window here. And I'm obligated to show the different blocks. Obligation, these are like pixels. So this is where I'll end up with Rodin's coil, or I'll end up with 7 here and 8 here. See, one is vertical, horizontal, to come down to these angles, 45. Here is my angle 90. I don't know what it all means. I'm still trying to put it together. Here's my cross line. The other thing is I'm looking at Robert Edward Grant, and then I see the cube in the center. This cube will link up to this. Okay, this is the roulette wheel. If you notice, the roulette wheel, 15 and 34. Let me see, is this the signal 000? Yeah. 19 and 18, 37, 31 and 6, 37, 21 and 16, 37, 33 and 4, 37, 23 and 14, 37, 26 and 11, 37, 20 and 17, 37. All those will be 1. And then you go in between 36 and 3, 39, 34 and 5, 39. So this side of the wheel is telling one story, this side the other. This is Rodin's coil. This is the square way of making it. This is the square way of making it by following the obligations of the lines, 45-degree angle, or the separation of the 90 degrees. We're going to leave it at that. Thank you for watching this video. Pontiac image. Yes, the other thing about this is in the roulette wheel. In the roulette wheel between, here's 8. Let me just do this like this. What happens is we have 8 over to 10 over to 13, 8 over to 10 into 13 into 11, and then this. So it does this in the roulette wheel, which is the same thing as this. And this is 8, 11, 10, and 13, and then it repeats it at 26, 2 and 6, 8, at 28, at 29, 2 and 9, 11, at 28, 2 and 8 is 10, and then at 31. And then when you mirror this or flip this over, you'll end up with this design over here. And up here is number 14, or up here is number, sorry, let's just leave it at that. This is another design. Over here is 14, and over here will be 23, and this whole design in between here will create the cube. So first we have this Rodin coil, and then just below it we have the cube, and then this is a mirror image in the cube. So we're going to have Rodin coil above, Rodin coil below, and we're going to have the cube that is in between. Thank you for watching this video. Roulette.